Nice. Wow. Very recent images. Is that a recent music too, or is that still from that?
That is a really old piece of music that me and Bryan made, like, wow, back in the 90s when he was getting ready to move from Miami to Philadelphia to get married. And over the years, it has just remained a real favorite of mine. I love it.
Yeah, I think that's the first time there was actual like kind of like traditional vocals, like a song.
Yeah.
And was that you?
No, that was Bryan doing the main vocals. There was some harmony in there that I did on the background.
Yeah.
It was mainly him singing. I like that. I don't care if I ever get to it.
Awesome. I
write a good one though. I wrote it.
Yeah. I was looking for a pen. I love to like write the lyrics and talk about the lyrics, but I didn't. I was like,
yeah.
But we gotta put the lyrics.
Cold, but I'm on my way.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Well, welcome to the Fool's Journey to everybody out there. It's Monday once again. I mean, does the number matter? It's August 7th.
Goodness, am I happy about the card for today?
Oh yeah, you just pulled something nice. What do you got?
No, it's the 9 of Cups, dude. It's like the best cards in the deck. And I gotta tell you, this whole like living this thing, man, the 8 of Cups was not a happy ride.
Yeah.
The 8 of Cups was a brutal, ego, emotional, in every way, just nuclear.
Yeah, definitely not my favorite.
No, it really wasn't. But in the end, what you have to realize is you're walking away. You're not really walking away from shit that's outside you. You're walking away from the toxic things in you.
Oh.
And once you realize that, then you're not prisoner anymore.
Yes.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I hear that. I definitely hear that. I feel like that's a big part of the healing journey, right?
I have to say, Mary Jo, happy to see you.
Mary Jo, what's up, Mary Jo? Welcome. Yes.
For you.
Yes, definitely. I love to see new names out there. So welcome, Mary Jo. That's awesome. Welcome.
Mary Jo's part of the crew.
Yeah, very cool.
And audacious. Yes. Hey, baby. Glad to have you.
Always good stuff. Always good stuff. So, how was your week? You said you had a very, very eventful week, and we didn't
um,
really have time to talk about it. So, why don't we catch up
it
with you?
was uh, it was about 6 salvos of just soul crushing pain that
Yeah.
nobody else got. And like all the people that know how crazy I am and like the kind of shit I focus on and the way it kind of like fucks with me and I let it do that are
Right.
all gone now. And I
Right.
found myself in this real like, ooh, 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 ooh. This
Dark
is not
place.
a this is not a good pot to be boiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things
Yeah.
happen.
Okay.
So anyway, um, Carlos Castaneda, once again. You know, one of the things about doing this whole show and the fact that we're living these cards is
Mhm.
like along the way, maybe not at that moment, but the thing that you'll need later shows
Mhm.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carlos Castaneda, Chapter 2, Petty Tyrant. Saved my life again. Thank you,
Yeah.
God. Yeah. So, yeah, here like a couple of things to bring up that are very pertinent to this thing. And that is that Venus is in retrograde right now. You know, and Venus is the planet of love. It's about going out and groups of people and people joining together and feeling those connections. And when
Mhm.
it's in retrograde, you're not feeling those things. And
Mhm.
it's not about going out. It's about reestablishing your relationship to yourself, like
Mhm.
loving yourself,
Mhm.
because you can get so busy, like being in all this stuff out here, you realize that you've forgotten to take care of yourself, and you can forget who the hell you even are.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Mhm.
who am I? And that's a really good question to ask from time to time, and see
Absolutely.
what the answer comes back.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Actually, it's interesting you say that because I think that was a part of what I was telling you about how I was feeling like all of the people in my life at the moment, my family who I haven't seen in a while, were like these projections that I had created, you know what I mean? And just kind of had this routine, or it was just like they were just running the program, you know what I mean? It was like, and I felt very kind of
Did
detached
you
by
do
that.
anything to try to change that up or break that?
I don't think I realized it at the moment. It was like an afterthought. I was like recalling the feelings, you know, of the presence of everybody, you know, I don't know. I don't know really how to describe it. I mean, that's kind of the first those are the first words that came to me, were like that they were projections that I was creating, and that it was almost like, I don't want to say like there wasn't substance to them, but it was like, you know, I had created those characters, and they were just those characters that I had created, you know what I mean? And that's all that they were. I guess that's a better way, a clearer way to kind of describe it. But relating to what you're saying, like kind of like not taking care of yourself, you know what I mean? All of a sudden realizing like, oh, wait a second, you know, like, why aren't my characters functioning the way they should be? You know what I mean? Like they're just kind of like,
Because they're fulfilling your expectation.
yeah, yeah. It's interesting. It was an interesting sensations, I think, for me, and realization. So I'm loving hearing how the nines are gonna get me into a new place, or at least take me to the next place.
Yeah, I'll be. I'll, I'll help you celebrate when we hear about that.
Yes.
That'll be really good. Yeah.
Cool.
So on to the Nine of Cups, which absolutely fabulous card, and that card is the Wish card. And the thing that is really fantastic about that is everybody thinks, okay, let's win the lottery, or I need a raise. And it's really, this is not wishes about like your financial gain. You know, you can do that in the Nine of Pentacles. You know, a couple of columns over when we get to that.
Mhm.
But what this is for your emotional wishes and the things that you need to emotionally nourish you and wish that you were getting. And I would start first with what are the things you need from yourself first. You
You were,
know,
yeah, you were asking me that last week. You're kind of saying, what do
no,
you want?
I was asking you what you wanted. This is what you emotionally need. It's different,
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Oh, well, related. I just it brought me back to that moment. So, but so do you want me to read the
That's an excellent idea, Mr. Zinn.
hold on, let me need to zoom in
So I
here.
don't show up like this very often. Does it make you uncomfortable?
Not at all. I was actually thinking about saying I love your hair, but then but then
Please
I was
do.
like,
I've stopped.
yeah, but then I was like, is that going to be weird if I say that? You know what I mean? So I
No.
just was like, I'm just gonna appreciate it for myself, and if you want, that's my
Well,
honest
thank you very
opinion.
much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Um,
read on, Mr. Zinn.
all right, 9 is the Lord of Material Happiness.
Before you even get to those, read the cards, read the words on the side.
All right, we've got satisfaction, contentment, fulfillment, victory, success, advantage. All
None
really
of
good.
those suck, do they?
None of them suck. They're all good words. I love that. I love that.
Oh man, and that's why I'm so happy about this card. This card is not about like, it's getting ready to happen.
Mhm,
It's a
mhm.
card where it's just begun to happen.
Awesome.
The 10 is kind of like the end of the ride. This is like you're just coming up on the first hill of the roller coaster. It's already started.
I love
Woo!
that.
Excellent. Yes,
I'm
excellent.
excited. I'm excited. Janice had a good reading actually that talked about a lot of good stuff in September, which happens to also be the 9. So uh, that's pretty cool, actually. So I'm
Interesting.
excited about that. But yeah, the Lord of Material Happiness, dreams that become reality and wishes that get fulfilled and come true is the glory of the 9 of Cups. There are 8 cups filled and 1 that is empty. It is the place for your wish to plant the seed and reap the harvest. This card is a happy card full of real hope and promise. It's like Christmas Eve waiting for Santa. Excitement is in the air, and there's a giddy anticipation for the goodness to come. The bad times are behind you, the 8s, and a happy time is at hand. You are
Read
emotionally
that one
fulfilled.
again.
The bad times are behind you,
Thank you.
and a happy time is at hand. Thank
Woo-hoo.
you. Yes, I'm going to read it again.
Again,
The
three
bad,
times. Make it
the bad
cemented,
times are
cemented,
behind you.
cemented.
The
Make it
bad times
real.
are behind you, and a happy time is at hand. You are emotionally fulfilled and content. Anything you put your mind to can be accomplished skillfully with relative ease and great success. Triumph, victory, and achievement, and and are all the attributes of this card. Your work will be noticed. Fame, recognition, and acclaim are all part of the expectant joy that is the 9 of Cups. You have
I
earned
don't
it.
hate any of that. I really
Yeah,
kind of like pretty much every sentence of that.
I agree with you, and I want to. What do we got? The 9 of Cups. I want to bring up the image because I think I might just have to purchase a large tapestry of this.
This is a really happy card for me too.
Yeah,
It's like
man.
not just the meaning of it. Like this particular image has a radiance about it that just gets all over me. I love it.
I love it. I love it. And Janice is out there in the audience. What's up, Janice? And
Hey,
Jilly is talking about the your hair. I guess you're adorable.
chili penny tyrant,
So yeah, let's talk about this image. You said 8 of the cups are full, 1 of them is empty, and look at this image. It's awesome.
Yeah, there you go. That big fat one right in the middle.
Yeah, I
Waiting
love
for
it.
you to fill it up with whatever you want. So, dude, this is going to be the wish show. And the way we're going to end this show is we're going to make a list, and think about, I've already kind of got a list. My little list is sort of pretty much on Facebook with a few minor additions. And, at the end of the show, for everyone that's here, we'll take the time to kind of like all connect. We'll jack up some group energy about it, and some
Awesome.
joy and some Snoopy dancing, and we will
Awesome.
send our wishes out into the ether and expectantly wait for them to show up.
That sounds phenomenal.
Right? Doesn't that sound good?
You know what? I've always loved a good dose of collective intentional energy.
Well, especially, all the cleansings, all those are good, shielding, yeah. Okay, let's gather our energy. But when it's for something just damn happy,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
indeed. So, yeah, sink into that a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I could start in the
Well, blow
corner.
blow it up some more.
More. Okay.
Blow it up big, yeah, man. Let's get in that thing.
All right.
First of all, at the top of that thing that looks like a 4, you know what that is?
I do not.
That is a planetary symbol for Jupiter. And you know what Jupiter represents in the astrological mindset, perchance?
I don't. I'm sorry. I was writing it down. I just want to say one thing because I was just reminded. It was very interesting. I told you earlier that I was away for the weekend with my family at a bar mitzvah, and I'm not huge. I'm not huge on organized religion, but I did grow up in a Jewish household, and I did have a bar mitzvah. I did go to Hebrew school, and I did learn how to read Hebrew. And it was something, that I had connected with the whole organized religion thing. And then at that point in my life, my parents were like, hey, you can decide, do you want to continue with your Hebrew education or not? And I said, I don't think so. And it wasn't like I resented it or anything. It was just not what I wanted, right? And experiencing the ceremony at the temple again, they had the words on the wall. They were projecting them so everyone can follow along, and the Hebrew. And I was like, man, I can't believe I used to know how to read that. Like, I was looking at it and it was like foreign, right? And I was like, I can't believe, like, that's just. And then I started thinking about that it was language, and I started relating to the symbols, and I started reading along with the phonetics of it and looking at it, and then all of a sudden it came back. I was like, wow, I know what those letters are.
Okay. That you bring this up right now is kind of really crazy because over the weekend, there's a director named Darren Aronofsky who
Yeah.
did Pi, right? Have you seen
Yeah.
Pi?
Yeah.
I watched Pi again this weekend. You should rewatch it, dude.
Yeah.
Especially
That's
after you just got to that. You should so rewatch it, man.
awesome.
It tripped me out. I haven't seen it for a long time. I was like, wow. Okay. I've learned so much since the time I saw it.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, and especially if you could read Hebrew, dude. Jump in. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
no,
didn't mean to distract you.
no. I was blown away at so many aspects of the thought and the process that was happening. You know what I mean? And I'm like, these symbols are an ancient language. This is like,
Your energy, dude. They're so beyond just language. The
that's
language part of it is just to
you.
relate to us in the material world, but
Thank
the
you.
energy
Thank
behind
you.
that language and those letters is
That's what I experienced. You just helped me to describe it better than I was trying to.
glad to help.
Yeah. It was awesome. No, it was really awesome. I felt it. It was like, it was almost like in the movie where you see the letter like light up and you're like,
Okay, dude, okay, you just hit something. Hang on to that because when I bring up the whole like sigil thing and like fire, that's the essence of that right there, man.
Wow.
And that thing you're connected to it because you go back to, Hebrew is part of your heritage and you're growing up and all the people that surrounded you and you were immersed in that and had learning in that. But that same energetic aspect.
I lost you.
No, hold on. Hebrew is not the only thing that has that energetic aspect, dude. Numbers have that. Other languages have that. Languages that you can make up yourself. Like part of my training was to have to come up with my own 81 character languages to do sigils.
Oh, wow.
And no one else has that. It's only mine. So there can be no other energetic taint or any kind of influence on that other than
Wow.
my purest intention.
What an interesting
Because
exercise. Yeah.
that's a language that only me and myself know.
That's totally cool. Yeah, that's such an interesting exercise, and you generated it, right? And it's your energy in there.
Yes, that's
Wow.
yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. And I mean, that's, and I mean, on another level, and again, I always talk about how many levels there are and layers there are, but like that's the same thing of what we're doing here on the show, looking at these cards. These cards are like an energetic signature that comes from you, you know?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Well, and there's kind of because it's not just for me. This is curious. I've done 3 decks now that all relate to each other. The
Mhm.
first deck, the tarot deck, I use the structure of the Thoth tarot deck as my kind of guidepost
Mhm.
because thinking up your own system on top of all of that was just beyond overwhelming. I was already overwhelmed.
Mhm.
So while it is my interpretation and the addition of the other systems and stuff like that, by the way, it's an awesome deck available at thewizardofoz.com.
It's beyond awesome. It's an energetic signature.
but but the part of it was mine was my interpretation of a system that already exists. So that flow of that thousands and thousands of people over hundreds of years, thousands of years have
Right.
used now has kind of a groove written in the energetic flow. So when people
Yeah.
dive into that, they could flow to the side or that side, but
Right.
it's kind of flowing in that progression. So then the second deck was the angel deck, and the angel deck was a collection. It was a system of angels called the Shem Ha Meforish that I had encountered early in my looking and
Say it
fell in
again.
love
Say
with.
it and spell it, because I'm
The
totally into like
Shem Ha
Shemha.
Meforish.
What's the second word?
Ha Shem Ha
The
Meforish.
Mephorish. Okay, I didn't hear what you're saying. Mephorish. Excellent.
And that it's the 72 names of
Yep.
the angels of, or 72 angels of the names of God.
Right.
So that each and the way that's fig. Okay, I won't get into that at this point. But the cool thing about that was I had those angels, but I didn't really have any system set up for doing a divination system with them.
Mhm, mhm,
So
mhm.
that one was half me and half those guys, and they participated in writing them with the automatic writing stuff. I mean, like I
Right.
stepped back and let them write that, and that's why it's still blowing me away. Augie called. I got to talk to him today, and he was like, "Those things are just nuts, dude." Like, yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
So tarot deck, complete interpretation of an existing system. Angel things, existing angel system that was then interpreted into my own divination system. And then the last one is I haven't released yet, but it's an initiation and it's based on 81 and my whole little construct of like three different
Wow.
layers. Yeah, it's really cool. I love it. I'll show you some of the cards for it next week.
Yeah, I don't think we've talked about that. I don't think I knew that was something you're working on. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I love this, and actually, that just all started from you. You were just like, hey, you know what that symbol is that looks like the 4? And as you were saying what it was, I'm like, how come I haven't been writing these down, like just to kind of feel them and like experience them, and then when you say, hey, you know what that one is, I might even be able to intuit some of them. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
yeah.
that's why I do my art. Like all my paintings and stuff, the art didn't come first. The art came after I was in the middle of a new branch of the path that I was on, trying to figure this out because I didn't really have teachers young. I kind of when I was young and first really going after it, I pretty much had to do it on myself with bookstores and people you meet. There wasn't any internet. That wasn't even a thought.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So having those explorations was a very, very fruitful crazy. So anyway, the 4 is the means things in numerology, but it's also this crazy. Why is the symbol for Jupiter a 4? Because it's for expansion and manifestation. Jupiter doesn't really create stuff. Like for that, you want Mars, or you want a combo of Mars and the sun, man, or Mercury and the sun. Woo,
Mm.
doggy. If you already have something that's completed, it exists, you have a business, but it's just kind of going a little bit, and you want expansion in that, then
Mhm.
that's where you use Jupiter, because that's what Jupiter is all about,
Ah,
the whole
gotcha, gotcha.
expansion thing, right?
That makes sense.
And then you get to brother Saturn, who is the taskmaster. And oh, what is it? The thing with the Uma Thurman, the
Kill Bill.
movie Kill Bill, exactly. When she goes up and she's training with what's the guy's name? Do you remember?
I don't remember
The Kung
the.
Fu master who's just
Yeah, yeah.
beating the hell out of her, man. That's Saturn. You
Okay,
hate him when you
okay.
first start because he will not let you go. I'm the master of rationalization, man. I'm the master of finding a twist way out. Oh yeah, well I didn't really want it because Saturn's like,
Grabs you by the throat. Yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah.
answer not accepted. Answer denied. Go back
That's,
to zero. Square one.
that's great.
Thanks.
I love it. That's hysterical.
Appreciate it. Okay, scroll down that thing. By the way, anyone interested in the deck has the quick little QVC codes at the corners.
Oh yeah, you can. Now see there, I see.
I don't know where this. I don't know. I'm just in a good mood.
You're in sales mode. This is definitely looks like a skull in one glance, and then I see a figure inside of that skull.
It's an evil rabbit.
It's an evil. I see an evil rabbit. I can see that. But I see. I mean, I see so much. This to me, I see here. I see like the head of some sort of alien creature. This is the torso. The arms are kind of going around these things. Excuse me. But again, it depends on the moment that I look at it. When I see it,
I was just gonna say.
there's
Every single time, like what jumps out at you? You're in a bad mood, man. Boom, there you're like feeling joy. Oh wow, I didn't see that. It's like so much the filter of how you feel inside lets you see, which is on the astral. Absolutely true too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Morpho. There we go.
Man.
And these crystal glasses also are just like they're just such a great subject to shoot, and
what is better than backlit glass and liquid? Nothing.
Really cool. And now we've probably talked about this, but you were doing light painting at this point, or was this kind of?
I was not. I hadn't even. Well, the videos that you saw for the tarot deck. Those had the beginnings of my light painting adventure.
Gotcha.
Where it's like that, but there wasn't really complete things. It was mainly the flashlight and making like shapes and doing things on my face. That's where I really first got into. Man, those selfie things, dude. When I really let go and just like zen out and just what's there and go.
Yeah.
I have gotten some really interesting educational tools. Oh man, on so many levels.
Yeah, but and also it's part of it is not just education, but just your own desire to really dive deep, and explore,
Yeah.
I think
To leap empty-handed into the endless void with absolute faith.
Totally. I've been watching just because we were on the plane, I was watching a bunch of the Spider-Man movies, and I'm really like the whole just watching these things about like the multiverse. Just like when I'm done, I'm just like I lose my bearings. I'm just like, like wait a second, where am I exactly?
So one of my okay, let's go through, we do this every week. We got to reiterate the other nines just so it keeps hammering at home. So let's go back to the nine. No. Let's go back to the 9 of Wands. There we
go. Oh, holy moly. Look at this.
It's an intense card. Pretty much. God.
All right. Well, before
how it worked through the week, kind of
force, resolution, readiness, hidden passion, rapid, unpredictable change, strength, through balance.
This is the one where it's you with a wand against a crowd of people with wands, and you dive into an overwhelming, unopposable force with absolute faith. There you go again. Okay, let's move by that.
Okay, next one. What do you want next? Swords or
let's go. We'll get the 9 of swords out of the way. We'll go get those done, and we'll move on to some other goodness. I've got some really great news, man.
Nice.
The 9 of swords, while it's one of the most beautiful cards in my opinion, it is also one of the most brutal cards, and a friend I wish came to visit less often.
Yes,
because the 9 of swords is all about your mind, especially combined with Venus retrograde, where you're already on yourself already. Your relationship to yourself is out of skew and being amplified and magnified, and you're giving this opportunity to work on it. Yet at the same time, those things the very things that you're working on, man, they stir up all of that stuff that you're trying to like cool out. So for me, an air sign, an Aquarian airhead already, the 9 of we talked about before, the 9 of swords is all about your own projections of what the worst thing could possibly be. How could it hurt the most? Wow, that would hurt, but I bet it would hurt like this if it hurt even more. And there'll probably be that, and you just keep going over and over and over circle, thinking about the horrors of what's about to come. And then after you've like tortured yourself to the edge of oblivion, it goes, wow, that kind of sucked, but wasn't really all that bad. So, for me, the 9 of swords and the endless thinking about how bad something is, I don't think for me, there isn't a more brutal card. It's torture.
I think I just want to acknowledge a comment Mary Jo was saying. It reminds me of a matriarchal fertility goddess, mother and child, Venus of Willendorf. I'm imagining that was we were talking about this card.
Yes.
That's probably, yeah. So
yes, I was going the 9 of swords.
Yeah, no. There's a bit of delay, and she had said that before, so I wanted to acknowledge it.
Yes, I'd agree too.
Yes. So let's go with the.
This is like where the wish card for emotional stuff. This is the wish card for give me some dough. Your love gives me such a thrill, but your love don't pay no bills. I need some money.
I see this real prominent face right here in this sphere, and then I see a pig right here, like a pig face.
Yeah, there's a little tetragrammaton in there too.
Yeah. Wow. So amazing.
Check the angels out in the clear, in the clear spheres.
Totally.
Yeah.
Wow. And now I see you had this on one of the cards. This is which planet is that? I know that's also for male, right? That's the male symbol. And then here's the female. No, that's not the female. That's I'm not sure what that is. You're just laughing at
Michael,
me.
what are you saying?
What am I saying? I'm wondering. So usually there's a significant symbol at the top, but here I see you've got, and I guess this happens often with the discs cards, is you kind of put the symbols around as well in the disc, so you've got more of the symbols. I guess I'm just wondering the significance. That's
that little tri symbol in the center. Yeah.
And I see so many faces in this, all different kind of.
The one at the bottom there, I mean, how could you not see that?
Yeah, come on.
Every single one of those spheres has like really living beings in them.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people that have gotten this deck have like called a Car, dude. The day Car got the deck, she was like, "What did you do?"
That's
these are too intense. What do I do?
Yeah,
we gotta have her back on. I haven't talked to her.
Yeah, she's awesome. Totally. Yeah, you summoned entities, energy in the form of these entities.
And the whole way that it looks at the top, you go from kind of like this dingy gray sort of area from the bottom, and as it moves up towards the top of the card, now it's like this radiant, like light beings instead of denizens.
Totally.
Yes.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. All right. So you've got the nines, across the board. You've got the nine of wands, which is about, it's about strength and having the courage to face whatever adversity is showing up. You got the 9 of cups, which is about after you've made it to the other side of that, here's your chance to ask for what you need emotionally to make yourself feel absolutely whole and in tune and complete with yourself. Because from that space, you can conquer anything in the whole world. But then you go to the 9 of swords and you have the opportunity to kill it all because you do it yourself and you blow up your own spell. I can't tell you how many witches I know that will do a really impeccable ritual, get all the signs, the little dings. Like I get little energy dings, like after the practice is done, you get the little sign. It's like the little thing when Facebook shows up, it goes, oh, yeah. So you get all of those, and then it takes 3 or 4 days for the thing to work and for all of the things to line up, especially when you're dealing with other people and you're dealing with money and you're dealing with this and that. And there's a lot of elements to go. You need to have best thing to do is to forget it. But if you're not going to forget it, then you need to be on thinking about it happening and coming to fruition and not sitting there going, what if it doesn't happen? Right. Oh my God, I haven't heard yet. What if I should call them? And every single time you do that stupidity, it's like you take a blowtorch to the rituals. There's no chance that it can work.
Another comment, I'm not sure at what point that came up, but Chariot of the Gods and Knights of the Round Table, all of them meeting. My phone.
Yes. True. Exactly. Just talking about the 9 of Pentacles.
Yes. Okay. That's what I thought.
Yes, I totally see that.
Which we were just looking at. Yeah, I'm going to actually bring that one up again.
So,
I like
some good news.
What's the good news?
Valley thing, we are going, dude. It's happening. It's
yeah?
It's done. I talked to Jan today. We're already making travel arrangements. Jan's coming. I need to firm up. I won't say his name until it actually happens. But if this happens, it'll be 3 of it. Okay, we're going to Death Valley. We're going to do a destination equinox solstice light painting adventure. It'll be about 10 or 12 people that come along on the adventure. We're going to do 3 nights, 1 night with each light painter, and they'll demonstrate techniques and do some paintings with you. And then I've written a movie script that includes creepy baby. And so we're going to put together an entire movie out of what we wind up shooting over that.
And is this full already, or what's the deal? I mean,
I've got 4 people involved already.
Okay.
And I haven't even put out. I'm going to finish up the announcement tomorrow. I'll shoot it to you as soon as I get it done.
Yeah, I would love to see this.
It's on May 21st on the spring equinox or spring solstice.
Okay.
And it's a gibbous full moon.
Wow.
Which is the 9 of cups of the moon. It's like that little sliver right before it absolutely becomes full.
Nice.
And for me, it's the whole amazing that's so Jan's coming in and we're gonna finish out the little movie that we started and expand that. And so everybody that comes and plays can come and play and be part of the movie if they want to be. My friend Ernie Mostower, who I've worked with for a long time at Fried Ochre Films down here in Orlando, he's like, oh yeah, my daughter turns 21 on that day, and she asked me to take her to some exotic location. So, long story short, he's on board, going to do a whole little movie of making the movie. Dude, it's just getting crazy. And you should bring your bearded ass and bring your little projection stuff and come to Zabriskie Point and let's project all the photographs on the side of the mountain at Death Valley and the full moon and the stars.
Is that like a no-brainer or what?
So this is a model. This is the first one we'll do.
I
You
am
know,
in
Death
like
Valley is
Zinn, yeah.
supremely magical to me. That's where I met my ally for the very first time. Like,
Wow.
and it's like I feel like I'm getting to go home. Like he's got his arms out, coming. Come on, come on! What are you waiting for? I'm like, I
You know what?
just can't
I
wait.
have to tell you, I feel like, oof, oh my God. I feel like I haven't I haven't had a spark of something to look forward to in such a long time.
You know, this lit me up like a
Yeah, that
flamethrower.
is just like, oh my God, how can I? That's like I always come up with an excuse, like, yeah, this or that, and that's like I can't even come up with an
This
excuse
is like,
not to go to that.
how do you not do this, right?
I'm in, man. I'm in. I'll figure out how to do it. I'll
You
figure
know,
out a way.
and additionally to, you know, the movie thing, I also want to design, like, you know, I do that wheel thing, right? I want to design a light painting rig like no one has ever seen. And Jan, I talked to him about that today. He's all like psyched. We're already like booking
Awesome.
flights. Yeah. I mean, to get to just paint with Jan alone is like I mean,
Again,
I think we're
yeah,
the gods with me. I so respect his vision and where he comes from as an artist, and
he's
it's
amazing.
like
Yeah.
you know, and really his painting, that blue painting that he did with that guy laying there and the whole
Mhm.
room's lined up.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
that's the image that spurred me to start.
Yep,
That
yep,
just
yep.
like it left. There was no
Wow.
choice. Like I've got
That's
to
amazing,
do
dude.
this.
And I gotta tell you, like, I always feel this way about spiritual gatherings that like my healer friends, and like when they're together, I'm like, wow, what an amazing collection of energy. But this is like beyond that for me. You
It's
know what
so
I mean?
beyond. It really
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
man. It's not just a retreat. It's a magical
It's
experience, like
amazing.
for real.
So
Not just a magical experience. It's a magical experience. Trust
yeah,
me.
totally. So I want to show you. I thought of you. I thought of you this weekend. You got to see this. Hold on, let me add this to the stream. This is from my Facebook page. They had these decorations at the bar mitzvah, which were basically just these helium balloons, right? These clear balloons that had those, you know, those string lights wrapped around them, and they were like on sticks that, you know, the lights were in. And I was like, whoa, what a crazy light painting tool this would make, you know, like, oh, hold on, that was the tree with feet. But I don't know if you could make it out there because I didn't really take a good picture of it. But
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually, I was at a party with Mary Jo this weekend, and there was this cool little. I mean, you know, the best light painting tools are just cheap little nothings that look like it wouldn't matter. The ones
yeah,
that aren't really
exactly.
constructed, those little wands, dude. I've gotten so much mileage out of it. It's just a little absolute nothing, you know.
Amazing, amazing.
So
I'm
those
excited, man. I'm excited. I was a little disappointed when you said next year in May. I was like, oh my God, that's a long
no,
time
it's
away.
March
Well,
March
you
twenty
said no,
first,
I thought you said May 21st.
March 21st.
Oh, I'm gonna change that.
You know how fast that'll be? I'm already calling people for sponsors, dude. It's like, yeah, this is
Amazing.
happening, man. It's already
Amazing,
happening.
dude. Yeah, I want to be there just to freaking document it. You know what I mean? You
Dude,
got
what an
anybody?
opportunity to bring your projection shit, man, and
I didn't
show
even
that
think
stuff
of
on the
that.
side
No,
of
I
the
didn't even think
wall.
of that. Now it's even double a reason to be there. But
And not only would that be fun, but what an amazing opportunity to do like a promotional, like sales thing for that. Like, come on, what's could you?
hello, it's amazing, dude. It's phenomenal. I'm so
And we get everybody's collective
excited.
social media weirdness going
Yeah,
on, and have enough time. Julie's already started a page for this thing, and I'm going to start loading. I'll
nice.
have the piece loaded tomorrow, and or done by the end of the day tomorrow. So realistically, it'll be Wednesday or Thursday morning before we wind up getting
Nice.
it up on the page. And
Nice.
man, that's crazy to go sleep in Death Valley, bro. Woo. All right, I'll
I,
shut up.
no, I can't wait. It's very exciting. It's, you know what? I think it's kind of almost like the culmination of this, right? Like we got together, we're friends, we're doing this broadcast. Now you're doing this, and
You
I
know,
can't wait to
and dude, like I've already got 3 other places after this. If you know, we're building a model for how this could work, and everybody
absolutely
could like go and have fun and make a little money and like
amazing.
make the most of. Dude, To be on the racetrack at night in the full
Amazing.
moonlight
Do you
painting.
have anybody? Who does astrophotography, or is that in the works?
Katrina Brown does that, but I don't want to be off into that now, to be honest.
Mixing too many things.
Yeah, it's light paint. Yeah, and sticking to the tech. And we're going to be.
Well, I was almost thinking of combining.
We're going to be in the middle of actually producing, like, you know, we're going to be shooting for a storyboard. I've already got the storyboard written.
I love it.
I've gotten really obsessive. I'm sorry.
it sounds amazing.
Once I start, I cannot help myself.
Nice. Awesome. Well, super excited. I'm super excited to see you so pumped up, and again, even to feel the butterflies in my stomach going, ooh, this is something I want to do. You know, this is really something amazing. So
do me a favor and fire up some of those bubble pictures.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let me grab some coffee.
All right, so let me create myself a window here to put them in and start putting these big bubble pictures in. So these are going to be some of the photos that I'm imagining were used in the video that we saw, but it's also great to see them as still photos here.
So about I don't know, I was doing live art at Ultrafest for about 7 years in a row, and this was one of the gigs that I saw this crazy cool. Yeah, well, hello. I don't even need to say, right? So I saw this crazy video on YouTube, and it's got this great formula for like building them, you know, so that they'll stay hard. I was going to say stay hard,
yeah, so they won't pop, yeah, so they
won't explode, yeah,
more cohesive mixture. Look at that!
Look at the picture in that, dude.
That's phenomenal.
You know, when you first look at it, it looks like a mesa in the west.
Yeah,
it looks like the desert, dude.
But look, I mean, also just, I mean, you and me both, we work with light, we work with color. Look at the way the colors are mixing and the gradients that are happening here. This is like, holy freaking crap. I mean, I probably sound like a geek, but I mean, it's just amazing. Look at that. Oh, so awesome.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. And this must have been awesome to be hanging out with. Got to figure out some ways. What were you lighting these with anything, or these were just all
no, we did an overcast day. That's the same pic keeps coming up.
Oh.
That's the same pic 4 times in a row. There you go.
I don't know why it was doing that.
You know, you want you know, the tendency is to want to do it in a cool place, but if you're in a place that kind of gets your attention, it takes away from the bubbles. And you want a dark background.
Right.
But an overcast sky that's kind of like a nature softbox.
Right.
Because where the softbox area shows up is where the color happens. Right. On a bright sunny day, it can just be just the edges.
Well, what I was thinking was having some sort of almost like lights that you could focus at, like, you know, somebody would have to almost man the lights and like light those things up with like some spots and colors, more colors.
Bring one down. Let's try.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's the thing I love about what you're doing is like, you know, the fact that you can create, you know, teams of people. Yeah, look at that. The depth of field in that is awesome.
Look at that one, man.
Yeah, these are phenomenal. I can't.
Dude, that's like a wormhole.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
Yeah, that one's consuming.
Look at the dude standing right in the middle of that, dude. It's like a face, like shoulders, like it's got kind of a little cape on. Look at the bolo tie.
Oh wow, this is you are a summoner, my friend.
Some have said.
Some have said.
Some call me Tim.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just looking at the way the colors just go through these changes here. It's just so awesome. And this 3D, like 3-dimensional.
Yummy, huh?
You are a magical photographer, my friend, for sure.
Yeah. The next one's cool too. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I'm just grabbing these. I can't tell which one I'm grabbing. So hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh, these are cool though.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to try and go in order with the sequence here. So we have this one. And then we have this one.
That's that. Go back to that one for a second.
Okay.
It's really cool to watch them, like that little white area at the very left. That's where the one in front of it had just popped.
Yeah. That's cool. That must be cool also, like in slow-mo video, like actual video.
Oh,
like
it's amazing. Yeah.
Super slow-mo video. Ooh, this is a nice one. Look at this one. It's like a giving birth to an iridescent alien.
I love this.
Yeah, this is awesome. Same thing. It's like they're creatures coming in from a portal from another dimension.
And there's so much energy to them. It's like so alive. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's like got the end of the portal open.
And then look at that. It's kind of shifted. It's like the same. Yeah. Oh, wow. Even closer. Nice. Phenomenal. And then the universe is within.
Right? Look at the picture in the very end of that one.
Yeah. I want to get a zoom in on it.
And it's another example with these, like the tarot cards. I mean, what the? Okay, dude, does that not look like a little shack on the top of kind of like a little mesa looking?
Oh, this right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I can see that. Yep. Totally. In another dimension, like I said, the multiverse. It's like another kind of.
I love traveling that
landscape. Exactly. Wow. Look at that. That's cool. This one reminds me of neurons inside of a brain, like just kind of communicating. That's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, definitely. Wow. Like this. I was at the same picture. I thought that was a little closer. Oh, this one's a little closer.
Leah and I were little kids, man. I mean, we just would not stop. It was funny.
That's awesome, and that's I gotta say. So, kind of going back to like therapy and talking about things. I do, I do feel like I've kind of I don't want to say lost it, and I maybe just put it on the side, but disconnected from the ability to enjoy certain things. You know what I mean? Like at a bar mitzvah,
space.
it is. It's not a good space to be in.
Let's change that.
Yeah. No,
honestly, you're gonna see if you open yourself up and you connect yourself to what's gonna happen this week on the energy of this card, just like the rest of the cards that were awful will kick you in the ass. This card will give you goodness.
Well, I think that's
available to it, and don't. Dude, you know what I just told you about the spell and undoing a really good spell? It's the 9 of Cups. Stay in the goodness. Do not circle think on all your shit now. Let it go and stay in what you want, not what you hate.
I love it. I love the advice. And listen, I already feel like I connected to this even before we started talking about it. As I was talking about it to you and, remembering the moment of recognizing the Hebrew symbols, I think that's when I was connecting to it. So,
well, dude, honestly, when you were talking about that, you connected way more, and you really got one of the magical truths. Hold on to that, and remember that feeling. See, that's why I like to keep a crystal around that's pretty clean, because when you have that feeling where you go, and there's that like epiphany. There was an actual physical sensation that happened in you. An energy actually ran through you, right?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
So just like it ran through you, you could take that because it's full of programming and contains the set points and the software programming of that moment. You can take that and take that crystal that it's got to be clean and go and put a little imprint on it.
Just with the intention.
Back to that later.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
And I never heard that. That's
Well,
interesting
that's why you
information.
come here to the
That's
Wyzard
why we come here. Hold on, I'm
our
just gonna write that.
oddcast, our weekly oddcast.
I'm going to write down the words imprint crystal.
Okay, so I'm running out of time. I need to tell one more story before I go.
Okay.
Julie and I participate well in Patty's Tibetan bowl class.
Oh yeah. I wish I could do it. It's just I'm at
So
work.
I had not really been in all that good a mood. I was so looking forward to getting there and like ditching and cleansing, and like Pata breaks it up into three things. The second part of it does this weird thing with the edge of the thing, makes this weird ring that like every single time for whatever reason, whatever I'm trying to like get rid of at that moment, as soon as I hear that, I kind of like attach to that and go boom, and it's gone. Right, and while he's playing, I'm also doing Jinsen Jitsu for whatever is appropriate, more appropriate for that moment. Like you're doing fear, you're doing worry, you're doing and of late I've gotten really into combining, doing combos. Right, so Pratad just started up, and it was about less than a minute into it, and I did the combo of the anger and fear zone, and I was there for about 5 seconds, and my computer went sorted out, man. Everything went down. I finally got it back up. I got back, but I didn't get back into the discussion until the very end. It's an hour-long thing, and I jacked back in like the bowls were long past. It was kind of really indicative of my entire week, actually.
Wow.
I laughed. I've laughed about that since. God, dude. Okay, I get it. How many messages do you need to send me? I'm there.
In the moment, you weren't laughing, but afterwards,
no. I really wasn't.
Wow.
But the intensity, I will never stop promoting Jinsen Jitsu. I mean, there is no easier way to get rid of fear than to sit there with your finger wrapped around your first finger while you watch TV. I don't do stuff that doesn't work. Like, and I certainly don't promote stuff that I haven't like.
I don't do stuff that doesn't work. I like that. That's a great.
A lot of people put stuff
that should
out
be
just
your tagline.
It sounds good, dude.
That should be your tagline.
It doesn't matter if it works, if it sounds good. If it's got a good enough spin, if it's a cool enough little video to go with it, it doesn't matter whether it works or not. And if you're not really willing to try it, you just want to buy it and think now you can do it, then that's all good too.
Interesting.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I think it's about time to get down to some wish launching.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. There are as many wishes as there are stars in the sky, but it's like some of the things that are like really important to me are like being valued, being heard, being validated, unconditional love in both directions, trust in both directions, being inspired by the person you're with, and my universal rule for all relationships now. It needs to make me more, not less. I need to make them more, not less. And if that's not the equation that's happening, then it's outmoded and time to go.
Ooh. You just hit me hard.
Don't you hate that? Don't you fucking hate that?
Yeah, no, you
hey! Welcome.
Yeah, no, thank you. You know what? Thank you. I felt it right away. And
it's the universal benchmark for all relationships, not just romantic, but business relationships to what you like to do. If it's making you less, if to be in something means you have to give up who you are later, that's the lesson.
I love it, dude. You just wow. Thank you, man.
Thanks. It's been great. Thanks for the lesson. Appreciate it. I'm grateful. And I'm not being a smart ass. Thanks for the lesson.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I hear it. I totally.
Okay. Let us gather our energy. Okay. Actually, let's start with 3 nice inhale, cleansing breaths, and just get nice and focused and centered. Man, just pull up juice. Man, just pull up energy until you are just crackling. Reach into the earth, the sky, pull it in. Just absolutely crackling. All right, now, so everybody get kind of focused together. Have your little list of a few things that we want to do, and on the count of 3, everybody launch out into the astral. All right, here we go. Gather, focus, cock the trigger, pull the rubber band back until it's just about to break. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you with all my heart and soul. Damn.
Wow. Nice. That was a double whammy to me, man. Thank you.
Good.
You're like hitting me this way, hitting me this way.
You know, sometimes it takes that, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I remember it in the morning.
Write it down and put it up on your fucking wall now.
I did actually write it down. So
Seriously.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks everybody for showing up tonight. I'm so happy everybody shared this night tonight. Super, just the best energy I've felt in a good deal of time. I just send that out to all of you in love and happiness and joy and bliss in every direction. And may every wish that you send out come true in spades 3 times over.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
10 of cups.
Coming soon. Next
It's
week.
going to be a party week, couple of weeks, man. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Well, thank you for being here. Monday, August 7th is the Fool's Journey. Peace out until we see you again next
bye.
week. Adios.